Hello, everybody. I'm going to give just a minute so I can get some people connected so I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. But if not, I will go ahead and start because I do believe I'm late. I'm trying to get the glare off my glasses. I was going to try to play some music, but it's not working quite well that way. I'm going to give it a little bit more time to get some more people. Hey, Natanya. And wow, that was quick. It went from 2 to 5. Well, all right. 5 is my number. So, hey, Tanetta. Hey, Aunt Brenda. I'm going to send instructions in a minute. So, this is part 2 from yesterday because yesterday I wasn't really prepared. I'd done my research because I wanted to give real advice and not just hearsay. And I went off the top of my head and then completely forgot what I was talking about. Today, I want to revisit seborrheic dermatitis on the scalp. But before that, of course, I have to plug myself. If you would like to be on my email list, because that's how you'll get the pre-orders and can get the first. But I am waiting for my hair growth oil and my edge control. It is in production. I also have Live Your Dream t-shirts that are available. But let's get back to it. I am Alycia, your Coif Rejuvenator, and I'm here to remind you that although they recommended that salons be shut down, hairstylists are not shut out. I'm here to give you any advice that you're seeking for it so your coif can remain rejuvenated while we are in quarantine or stay at home or whatever they call it. So, I do want to revisit seborrheic dermatitis. What that is a mild fungus. Where does it come from? It can come from stress. It can come from your body. Is it contagious? No. Is it like you can get it? Like I have a mother and daughter and they both have it. It's like in their genes. Hey, sister. So it's one of those things that shows up, but it doesn't have to be horrible. It can be taken care of. It can be managed. And it can flare up and get out of hand. You just have to get a control on it. Most of the times, my clients flare up in between seasons. When it's warm and it gets cold, they get a flare up. When it's cold and it gets warm, they get a flare up. When the weather doesn't know what it want to do, they get a flare up. This glare is getting on my nerves. They get a flare up. So, the main thing that I want to talk about is how we control it and what you can do at home to take care of your seborrheic dermatitis. Is it just like dandruff? No, it can get really thick and flaky if it's not taken care of. Hey, Keisha, flare-ups can get really, really, really thick, right? But it's ways you can take care of it. First of all, I'll say the question came from one of my friends back in California, and she has locks and she was looking for ways. Now she knows ways, but she knows a lot of people don't like to talk about it because it can get really aggravating when you have all this dandruff, built up. So let me get to my notes because I wrote notes this time because last time I was off the head and forgot half the stuff I wanted to say. A lot of times it's connected to people who have what they call wet dandruff because it's connected to your sebaceous glands. Thank God I don't have to deal with it, but I have oily scalp. So people whose hair grows really fast, you may have that as well, right? What else? So one of the best things to do is make sure you're shampooing your hair at least every 2 weeks, right? Because especially in the summertime when you're sweating, that salt, I'll deal with that on another day, but the salt that your body puts out is some of the worst things that you can use on your hair. Some of the things that you can help to control it from the inside out. I'm always one telling everybody, please get your water intake. Your body needs it. This is how you flush out those issues, right? Also, probiotics, because seborrheic dermatitis comes from fungus that is started from yeast, that comes from sugar, that comes from your gut, right? Half of the stuff that we have, half of the issues that we have start in our stomach, right? So if you are not eating the right foods, that's going to cause a problem, right? So, what can you eat and do to help your body not produce these things, right? Or to help control the seborrheic dermatitis? You can take probiotics, aloe vera, I think that's gross, but some people drink it, and fish oil, like your omega-3s. Those help, right? Essential oils. So I say this very lightly because some people who have seborrheic dermatitis are allergic to tea tree. And tea tree can exacerbate it and make it worse. I'll also say don't scratch it, right? Because if you scratch it, you make it worse. You don't scratch dandruff either, because regular dandruff is dirt. And if you're scratching it, you're scratching that very sensitive skin on your scalp and you're causing it to spread, right? So, we'll talk about dandruff on another day, but right now we're on seborrheic dermatitis. All right, so some of the essential oils that you can use is evening primrose. Now, I'm a segue. Hey, Kai, I told him about tea tree. Everybody can't do tea tree. You can be allergic. So, some of the essential oils can be better for just your scalp. One of them primarily is evening primrose. That's my hand praising Jesus. Listen, I am 43. Evening primrose has saved my life, and it has stopped my friends from hating me, because on that time of the worst of the month, it keeps my attitude under control. But anyway, evening primrose, taking those pills, you can get them from Target. I get all my vitamins from Target because they're cheap and they come in like high count. You can get them from Target or anywhere else. But evening primrose, again, if you weren't on, aloe vera, fish oil, like omega-3s and probiotics are good to control it. Another thing, apple cider vinegar. Some people say, well, I can still smell it. Well, you really can't. When I used to shampoo my hair at home, I'm going to use this cup as an example. Don't judge me. Yes, it's my ice cup. So when I used to do it, my hair was long, I would fill up apple cider vinegar to here, fill the rest with water, and pour it on my head, take my shower, then shampoo my hair and rinse it out. It was just enough. And that helped control not just the itchiness of my scalp, because I have dry scalp, especially like back here, and it gives your hair a shine. Okay, so that's apple cider vinegar. Olive oil, I don't like to say olive oil because people go a little too far. Like, you can put it on before you shampoo it to help lift it. That's another way to help lift dry scalp hair off your scalp. Again, your diet. I suggest people find out your blood type and try to make sure that you're eating food for your blood type. And the foods that you should not eat, limited to 30%, 20 to 30% of your diet. Whole nother conversation. We're just hitting on it for seborrheic dermatitis. Some people have gone as far to just put yogurt on their scalp. Not only is it soothing, but it helps. And it helps calm down the yeast, which is what creates seborrheic dermatitis. Even though it sounds really crazy, that's basically the primary issue, right? So, what did we learn today? Seborrheic dermatitis is a scalp issue. It is what some people may call wet dandruff. If you're not sure, go see your dermatologist. My goal is that you'll be able to come see me as a trichologist by next year, because I do want to be completely certified all the way to the medical board. But seborrheic dermatitis is what some people call wet dandruff. It's the thick dandruff that people get. It seems like it never goes away. It can be hereditary. No, it's not contagious. No, you can't pass it. You can make it worse. you can aggravate it. Ways to calm it is to have a probiotic. There is a shampoo I use that for some of my clients, I'll put it on their scalp, set a cap on it, and sit them under the dryer. That stops me from having to scratch it to get it up. It helps lift it up off the scalp and allows it to rinse down the drain on its own. Now, yeah, it's going to take some work with the water to get it down the drain. And you're going to take probiotics. Probiotics will not only help with your skin, but it will help if you have a white tongue, which is like thrush and yeast. It causes issues, right? So a probiotic will help across the board. I will, if it's about hair, post it and I'll make a video about it. Thanks, Daddy. I can't think of anything else, but I am going to take this information and create a book. Now that I think about it, this is good stuff. I just wanted to make sure that I'm here giving the advice that I would if you sat in my chair. Just because I can't have my hands in your head doesn't mean I can't help you get what you need and to be educated about your hair. Here's my plug. I have growth oil, edge control, and t-shirts. The growth oil and the edge control is coming. It's in production right now, and I'm excited. My Live Your Dream t-shirts are still on sale. I have them in stock in all sizes up to a 2X. If you need a 3X, give me 3 to 5 extra days for production so I can get those printed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. I'll try to stick with the 3 o'clock time, but today it was too much. I had a creditor keep me online on hold for like an hour and a half, and I still didn't get through. So a little thing, if you aren't working, make sure you defer your payments on everything. People will work with you. My insurance is due tomorrow. They deferred it for 2 months and then turned around and said, we'll break it up over the next 6 months so you don't have that lump sum payment. It's amazing. So if you have any additional questions, put them in the comments. This will be posted. It'll also be on YouTube and Instagram. See y'all later. Have a good day.